5 fragrances I wouldn't buy again, plus a giveaway and potentially some alternatives if there are any. Let's talk about it.
Here's some codes to save you some cash on your next Middle Eastern niche or designer fragrances.
What's going on, guys? My name is Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. This is the second episode in the 5 fragrances I wouldn't buy again plus a giveaway series. Let's go ahead and start off with some of the rules and the details to enter. You gotta live in the United States. Unfortunately, customs, etc., they don't like shipping fragrances, okay? They're flammable, etc., things of that nature, so I apologize in advance. Number 2, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and put down in the comment section hashtag AROMATIX without any spaces. Number 3, please don't respond to any telegrams. I don't request any money or etc. Be careful, there's a lot of scams out there, and I don't want you guys to be a victim. So with all 3 things considered, let's go ahead and get started with the video. Disclaimer before we start the video, just because some of these fragrances landed in this list does not necessarily make it a bad fragrance. There's a multitude of situations where I could potentially have the same fragrance just in a different format. I really enjoy discovering new fragrances, and a lot of these fragrances come with no note breakdowns or note breakdowns that are actually not the notes, etc., and they end up being too similar to a certain fragrance I might already have. And that's just the name of the game. That's what I do. I buy a bunch of fragrances to discover and kind of report back to you guys what I think it smells like, what it's close to. And Clone Wars is a series that I also have on the channel, and I purposefully try and buy fragrances that have similar DNAs to help you guys make a more educated purchase and avoid redundancy, which is a real thing, definitely a real thing. So for me to declutter some of my fragrances, I figured this would be an awesome opportunity to do exactly that. So one winner wins all 5 of these fragrances, and I'm happy to announce that one of these is a niche fragrance. It's a niche Middle Eastern fragrance. It doesn't smell bad by any means, it's just not for me. So let's start off with that one. This is Cidra's Angelo. Cidra's Angelo is all about the citruses and musk. It's a fruity, musky, vanilla-based fragrance. It has a lot of this jasmine, some white florals, citruses. This will smell better on a lady. I would personally never wear this fragrance. I don't really care too much for white floral fragrances. I like the way that the jasmine and the fruits and etc. is used in this, but for me personally, I have absolutely no use of this, and I think I purchased this for like 165 bucks. Yeah, there's no point for me to have this in my collection. So this is gonna be one of the ones that I would give away and I would not buy again personally. This is like jasmine fragrances meets something like Tiziana Terenzi's Kirke or something like that with the addition of musks. That's basically what I think about Angelo, and that's gonna be the first fragrance included in this giveaway. So already $165 value right there. The next one is a relatively new one as well. This smells like saffron, chocolate, and oud. It actually smells pretty good, except it's another Risala DNA. I have Risala itself, I've got Shagaf Oud. I got so many fragrances that smell like it, and to be honest with you guys, if I were to do a Clone War, which not many people are really that interested in, this isn't one that I would even think about putting in because of the fact that it's a lighter form of that DNA. Still smells good, and I would imagine that this will give me like 6-7 hours, nothing more than that, but the DNA in itself gives you like 3 freaking days. And some of the other cheapies like 12+ hours. Right off the bat, this seems like a more wearable version of it and a little bit less gourmand. Still really good though. Saffron, oud, and rose. This is called Iconic Oud by Lattafa. This is the next one that's gonna be given away. Next up is a really good quality smelling fragrance coming from Maison Alhambra, which is actually saying a lot because Maison Alhambra is like the sub-branch or like the step down from Lattafa fragrances, but this does not smell like a step down. This smells like Tiziana Terenzi's Gumin, but the fact of the matter is that that fragrance in itself smells like a more refined version of Silver Mountain Water, except both of those give me a headache. The petitgrain note used in any fragrance gives me a headache, and for that exact reason, I have to give this one away. I just can't do it, and it's called Gustav by Maison Alhambra. I think this sells for around $35 to $40. I might have picked it up for about 35 bucks. I thought it was a great deal. I wanted to see how close it is. I'm gonna answer your question now. It's stupid close. It's stupidly close. So if you like Silver Mountain Water, you're actually really gonna enjoy this one. Or if you like Gumin, which is a niche fragrance, you're gonna like this one as well. Quality-wise, this is like a 9 out of 10, but it's not for me. So this is also a good series to figure out some of these scent profiles that I really don't want to talk about. Like a lot of these fragrances I don't really care to talk about because I don't enjoy the original of the fragrance. It does have some value to come on and say, you know, this is a well-executed fragrance, but I personally don't want to spend that 2-minute video or spend an entire day's block of video for a 2-minute video talking about one thing that I think is good. But this is actually pretty good, just not for me. So there you go, number 3. Number 4, this is not bad by any means, but Happiness Oud, or is it Happiness Oud? Oud for Happiness by Initio. It's not really the best DNA in my opinion. And this is that DNA, and it's one of the better ones for sure. This is Esencia de Flores, which is essentially essentially fragrance world. I'm pretty neutral about this DNA. It's not bad smelling by any means. It's just very unusual. That's the right terminology. For a while, I was thinking to myself whether or not I actually enjoy this DNA, but in fact, I really feel kind of indifferent. But the fact of the matter is that the occasions, I hardly ever find myself reaching or wanting to reach for something like this. It's different. It's extremely different, and I have never found the time or the proper time to rock something like this. And so for that exact reason, instead of allowing it to accumulate dust, etc., this is also going to be in that giveaway. Last on this list is a hidden gem. Genuinely, this is a good amber-based fragrance. If you like amber-based fragrance, this is the one to go with. The reason, a couple of reasons why I didn't talk about this one too often is number one, amber-based fragrances are not that interesting for me personally. To create an amber accord, you'd use a couple of notes like benzoin, labdanum, maybe some vanillin, etc. And that's exactly what this one smells like. It just smells resinous, maybe some vanillic undertones. It's simple, it's diffusive, but for me personally, when I like to smell fragrances, or when I smell fragrances, I like fragrances that have multiple accords, more than just resins and vanilla, or amber, I should say. But this does it in a fantastic way, genuinely does, in its realm and category of fragrances of amber-based fragrances. For the price, this is great. Adnan B Ambre Noir. I think I picked this up on Amazon for about $35 to $40. That's a good price for it to be at, and I'm sure this is very limited stock. That's also another reason where it's like, who knows Adnan B? But it's a hidden gem in terms of amber fragrances. If you enjoy amber fragrances, this is actually a really good one. For me personally, it doesn't move me, and for me to produce a full-length video, I have to be moved, and I have to be passionate about the fragrance that I'm smelling. This one, while it is good, it doesn't really have any like wow factor that moves me to sit here and talk about it. So there you guys go. 5 fragrances I wouldn't buy again. All 5 of these are actually really freaking good. I just have no purpose of them. I'm not going to review them fully. I'm not interested in them, so why not give them away? I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to enter the giveaway, #AROMATIX, like the video, subscribe. And in 5 days from posting this video, I'm going to leave a screenshot of the winner's profile in the community tab. Please make sure to check the community tab in those 5 days and reach out to me on Instagram through a DM. Make sure the account has a verified blue check. Otherwise, you can reach me through email in the link down in the description. Contact me requests can be filled out there. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, whether or not you're entering the giveaway. And until the next one, peace.